welcome back to Cask 529. I'm Brian, and as you can see, I am not joined with my lovely wife, Shauna, tonight. She has decided to let me fly solo. She says it's not going to be a habit, but we'll see. So what we have for you tonight, guys, is if you remember, Shauna and I earlier this year did a list of bourbons that we were going to be hunting for this year. She did 5, I did 5, and on my list was Yellowstone Limited Edition 2024. It was a bottle I wanted to get in 2023. However, I just never could really get my hands on it. So what happened was a couple weeks ago when we went down to Kentucky, you may remember we talked about we went to New Riff. Shauna found her bottle of Woodford Batch Proof. We went into a gas station / liquor store in Kentucky, and lo and behold, sitting on the shelf was a bottle of 2023 Yellowstone Limited Edition. Now, let me give you a little history on it. 2023 Limited Edition. It's bottled at 101 proof. It retails here in Ohio for $119.99. We did pay a little bit more than that in Kentucky for it. We paid $159.99. It's made by Limestone Branch Distillery in Lebanon, Kentucky. It's a blend of 7, 13, and 16-year whiskeys. It's finished in Tokaji casks. I had to ask myself what exactly is Tokaji because I had no idea. Tokaji is actually a white wine from Hungary. So that is how this is finished. So it's the mash bill. I couldn't find any definitive mash bill. A lot of what I read said that they're pretty hush-hush on their mash bills, but there were places that actually had mash bills, and they matched. So I would guess it's probably pretty close to this, and it's 75% corn, 13% rye, and 12% malted barley. So with all that being said, we went ahead and picked this bottle up, and we've decided to do a review on it. And I guess based on this review, the 2024 bottle may still remain on my list as something I need to find. And maybe it won't be on the list. So we did taste this maybe the next day or two after we got it home. And it was okay. It wasn't special. But it's been open for a few weeks now, and maybe it's changed. So we thought we'd pour up a little sample of it tonight and do a little review and see what we think of it. So that's what we're going to do. Like I said, it is 101 proof. First impression on the nose is it's got a sweeter nose. And I apologize if you hear Rex in the background chewing on his toy. He doesn't listen when you say you got to be quiet. There's kind of hints of spice on the nose, but primarily to me it's sweet. It's definitely more pleasant than it was originally. When it first hits your palate, I'm getting some caramel, some cinnamon. The finish, to me, is very oaky, smoky and oaky. I'll have to do that again. Maybe I swallowed it wrong or something, but to finish that char, it really kind of took over everything on the palate for me. But try that again. That wasn't so bad. I've only ever got this one other time in the past, but I actually get a little bit of cherry mixed in with the caramel and the cinnamon. But the finish is definitely oak. I mean, there's no question there. It's and that it wasn't as overbearing on that second sip. The first sip, I think I swallowed it wrong, but one more time. The nose now really is just coming across as sweet to me. I don't really get that spice at all now. The finish is, it's gotten a little mellower with each sip, but the oak is still very prominent. And that's not a bad thing. It's, we've had a lot of oakier finishes. But the thing is, I don't know, for $120, which is what retail is here in Ohio, I don't know that I'm going to chase that bottle again for 2024. We've had, I don't know, the Woodford line, and it's a higher proof, I feel is a more pleasant pour than this. Again, it's not awful. You know, if you have an opportunity to give it a shot, I would. I don't know that I'd go out looking for it. I'm pretty certain I'm not going to go out looking for it again in 2024. I don't know that I'll replace it on the list. I'll have to do some research and see if there's something else I can put in its spot. But just for curiosity, this, in no way did I intend for this to be a comparison show. I just kind of wanted to review the Yellowstone. But before the show, I went ahead and poured just a small taste of Wild Turkey, which is another 101 that I believe retails in Ohio for, Shauna, $29?
It's either 24 or 25.99.
Give me 1 second. I just kind of want to see how the comparison is. I should have been better prepared, I'm sorry. Okay, in Ohio, this bottle retails for $24.99, and it's also a 101 proof, so it's on the same par with the Yellowstone. We've always been pretty fond of this bottle, and it's got a pretty sweet nose on it as well. I feel like it might be a little more pleasant on the nose. On the palate, I'm getting caramel, brown sugar, really sweet when it first hits. The finish kind of rolls into a little bit of an oak finish. A little bit of spice, a little bit of baking spice, I'd say. Not near as harsh as the Yellowstone. In my opinion, this is probably a more enjoyable flavor. And I mean, let's be honest, it's almost $100 less money. So I think for my money, I'm gonna buy the Wild Turkey 101. I don't see $100 worth of difference between these two bottles, definitely not. This isn't an awful bottle by any means, and I'll drink it and I'll enjoy it and I'll have friends enjoy it. But I'm not gonna be looking for another one for 2024. There's other things out there that are in that price range that I'm sure we'd rather have. So it won't be that one. So there's my review for whatever it's worth, what I think of the Yellowstone 2023. And I hope you enjoyed it. If you have any questions or comments for me, please drop those in the comments box. Hit the like button, share this with your friends, and if you would, we'd appreciate it if you'd hit the subscribe button. And until next time, guys, thanks for joining us.